Two. Yeah. Two. Yeah. 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Guitar Dreams Expo. This is the first ever Guitar Dreams Expo. We've got some amazing instruments here. We've got some amazing artists here. This is our 5th day of guitar shenanigans. It's been surreal. It has been exciting, and there's a lot more to come. And so, unlike many guitar shows, we're not just going to have an absolute racket for the entire day. We're going to try and structure this so that all of the businesses and companies that are here and artists that are here can demonstrate their particular amp, their guitar, their pedals, and so on, starting with ABL Pedals here. Always DIY, always professional. Hey. And so this is Angus from ABL. And so, yeah, and so we're live streaming this event as well to give some more exposure. We have the Guitar Interactive team here as well. They're going to be cutting about, doing little pieces. We're going to get some of the artists in to try some of your stuff. So try and go with the flow of the Guitar Dreams Expo. And I'm going to hand it over now to Angus. And I think, Luthier, you're going to be demonstrating some of the sounds of these pedals. And we have a schedule, which we are behind on, of course, because we're musicians. And yeah, but we're going to get through everybody. We're going to have fun. There's going to be some musical performances as well, some great artists. So enjoy ABL Pedals.
Hello, thank you. So, as Andy already explained, I build, modify and repair guitar pedals over in the Gorbals in Glasgow. I've got a couple of my production models and a couple of prototypes with me, and I guess we're just going to go through them. If I can. we've got a glamorous assistant here already. So first of all, let's try. I've got my take on the Rat here, which was my first release. Just when you're ready, man. So the thinking behind this was I absolutely love the Rat circuit, but I just wanted to do a couple of things with it, and that I wanted to round it out a bit more and make it a little fatter. It kind of stacks a little easier, and the filter's a bit smoother. But have a listen. So a round of applause. Come on, guys. Say. So now I've got, other than that, I've got my take on, I've got an op-amp muff here that I wanted to take a lot of the kind of traditional big muff mods and put them in the op-amp muff capacity. That took a few attempts, but it came together really nicely in the end. So try that. And there's a surprisingly large amount of sounds in just those four knobs that I'm really chuffed with it. I've got headphones set up over at my booth if you want to try these yourself. And other than that, I've got a couple of prototypes with me to get some feedback on. One of which is kind of a blendable overdrive preamp. It's kind of not quite a clean boost, not quite an overdrive. It's a bit of both. The kind of thinking behind it was I wanted something that could be an always on, a bit of hair, kind of a bit of grit, and some of the louder, more energetic stuff that I play in a band with was sort of the main sort of thinking. So it's come together really nicely though, and it'll hopefully be ready in a couple of months' time, basically. And then lastly, we have a two-stage phaser that it's based off something I repaired a while ago, and I thought was really nice, basically. Very nice, thank you. I think that's all. I really did not organise for this, so I'm sorry if this has been brief. But come chat to me over in the booth. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, man.
Give it up one more time for Angus from ABL Pedals. Yeah, great stuff. Cameron, who's got the schedule again? Cheers, mate. No. So I believe we have a solo artist coming up soon. So stick about and your ears will be pleased. How you doing, man?
All right, my name's Dave Bronze. I play Celtic kind of prog rock. I'm going to play a Celtic tune for you today. So I'll just set up and then tell you a bit more about what it's all about. So we're in Scotland. This is the closest you'll probably get to guitar on the bagpipes. So hang out and see what you think. Tune up and then put a backing track on, and yeah, I'll just plug it in a second. I'll just tune up and then it's just. If somebody could just like do the volume on the backing tracks to make sure. I'll plug the phone in for you. Yeah.
The world has changed.
All right. That's good. Okay, this tune is called The Shire and inspired by Lord of the Rings and the Celtic nations.
The world has changed. I see it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost, for none now live who remember it.
that's me. I'm Dave Bronze. I have some CDs for sale even. Check me out on YouTube. Usually stand on top of mountains, play with orchestras. Today just with a backing track. Dave Bronze.
Once again, Dave Bronze. Yeah. Next in line, we have Mad Professor. Andre's gonna showcase some of that great stuff.
The world has changed. I see it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost. none now live who remember it.
That's okay. Don't worry. Just put my. I don't want to forget my glass, but I don't need my glasses now. You have to turn the. No, there's something wrong. Turn off the super black. Turn off. Yeah, the super black. No, the super black.
Hello. Did everybody enjoy Dave Bronze? Right, can we get a bigger cheer than that, please? Right, nice one, Dave. That was awesome. So I just want to let you know a little bit about all the companies that we have here today, just so you know where to go. So obviously we've got ABL Pedals there over here. You had Luca demonstrating. They've got some awesome stuff made in Glasgow. Please check them out. Feel free to go over to the booth, have a little play. Like, we have some downtime in here. So just to be clear, you don't have to be silent all day. So in this downtime, feel free to make noise, play hundreds of shreddy licks. Tapping licks are welcome. No stairway to heaven. You know the drill. So next up, we've got Mad Professor. My dear friend Andre Christovan is going to demonstrate the beautiful Zaganine guitars, which you'll be hearing more about later on. Andre has all of his Zaganine guitars. I've got mine here too. You're welcome to try it as well. We're also playing through the Mad Professor amp. The stuff is absolutely exquisite. It's an exquisite bouquet, as they would say. So after that, we're going to have Wilson Cooper. He's going to be performing some awesome acoustic music. And then you're going to see him with his band, the MBs, live on stage next door at the concert. We have House of Tone. They're over here. They make exquisite pickups. Those pickups are actually in this guitar as well. So Andre is Zaganine, Mad Professor. We've got House of Tone. These Brazilians are crazy. Then we've got Jacopo Lazzaretti. He's going to play some delicious acoustic, ambient, delay-soaked music, I believe. That's going to be exciting. Then we're going to have a little demonstration of this very Laney amp, which is back here. Alex Hutchins was supposed to come and demonstrate, but sadly had to go and do a big tour of China. How unfortunate for him. But yeah, we're going to have the Laney amp, and everybody's welcome to try it. It's the new Laney Lionheart Super Top. It is a solid-state amp, but it sounds like a tube amp and responds thusly. It's not digital modeling, but it's something like that, and it's really, really nice. After that, we've got Peter Orani, who makes a crazy pickup. One pickup, it's in the neck position, but it sounds like it could be in all kinds of different positions, even positions that are too inappropriate to talk about at this event. After that, we're going to have Luca Pisano. You've heard him playing earlier on. He's going to do a little solo set as well. Luca's also playing in the band tonight. He's been here all week too. We've got Shrad guitars over on the left here. Beautiful instruments. I've not had a chance to actually check them out myself because I've been running about like the headless chicken. But then we're going to have David King. He's going to go up and perform some delicious music for you as well. Great guy, great player, great music. Can't wait for you to hear him. And then we have Turnstone Guitars over on the left here. Rosie's got a beautiful acoustic here that has been remarked upon quite a lot by people already. So, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. My friend Drew builds guitars too. He was remarking on things that I don't even understand about bracing and all that. I'm sure Rosie will explain it better than me. Then we've got Flatley Pedals. Paul Flatley's going to demonstrate his pedals. He's also got a very great idea, which is to have the headphones so you can go over and try the pedals when the guy next to you is playing Stairway to Heaven. Valiant guitars all the way from Ukraine. They didn't get flown in, they get driven in a van all the way over to David. He's up the back there. They're amazing instruments. I tried the Telecaster down at the Haydock Festival the other week, and it was exquisite. That's the 5th time I've said exquisite so far. Good. Then we've got Burst Believers, these vintage instruments. I mean, this right here is like probably, I don't know, £5 million worth of guitars. So we will be checking everybody's jackets to make sure you don't have any stuffed up on the way out. Then we've got the Mart guitars, which is Antoine over here on my right. And he has this exquisite specimen. That's the 6th time I've said exquisite. And it's like some kind of, I don't know, it's like a sci-fi guitar pickup switching system. But the guitar is beautiful. It's all handmade by Antoine. And this is the first prototype of this sci-fi invention. Can't wait for you to try it. Then we'll get Zaganine guitars. We're going to have Andre demonstrating the full range that we have here with them. They're made in Sao Paulo, in Brazil. And they are amazing guitars. And then we're going to have Kelly Roberts on the left, who is Robin Ford's partner. And she has over here, she's a photographer, and she's taking pictures of the 1960 Telecaster that Robin is also playing tonight. This 1960 Telecaster is a very famous guitar. You may have heard of Robin Ford, right? Can we get a round of applause for Robin Ford? And these photographs are very, very interesting. One of them was featured as the front cover of the Pure album, but they're also mounted on aluminium. I don't know, or aluminium, as the Americans would say. And yeah, we're going to do a silent auction on these pictures. Please go over and check them out. They're really cool. And Robin is going to sign them. So if anybody ever dreamed of having a signed Robin Ford aluminium picture of his 1960 Telecaster, today is the day. And let's see what else we've got here. Then we're going to have Slick guitars to round things off. Earl Slick, the man, the myth, the legend. David Bowie's signed man. John Lennon. He's got more stories than I've had hot dinners, and I've had lots of dinners this week, I can assure you. So he's going to be demonstrating Slick guitars. This is kind of the UK launch of these guitars. We're going to be seeing more of them. And it's time for me to shut up and over to Andre Christovan and Mad Professor.
Greetings, guys. Greetings. It's been a pleasure to be hanging with some of these monsters here through the week. So, Mad Professor is a company from Finland. A friend of mine gave me their overdrive to try, and 12 years ago, and I never returned it. So eventually paid for it. But and you know, these things, the internet is such a weird place that I saw their site and I start asking questions, you know, like you're asking anyone that, and the guy's answering. At one point, I found out I was talking with the guy that owned the company. When I moved here, I ordered a few pedals and we became friends for a weird series of reasons. Like he likes football and he's a Brazilian fanatic. He loves the Brazilian national team from 1958. And I had access to some of these old tops, Brazilian tops. Send him over, he sent me a pedal, I sent another one, he sent me another pedal, and recently I need something else. I was going to say, yeah, I need this for the event. Would you guys like, so I just sold the company. So the new guys, they took it over and said, nah, yes, we have to support you. And I said, so they send everything, the amp, the pedals, everything, and you guys have the chance to play through the you know, the jams that we had in here. So what I'm here trying to tell you, and in a very simple way, is how I approach the use of these pedals. You know, welcome to try them. I'll be here, you know, to guide you anything, and I'll have Luca to play some of the guitars, because I have a personal problem. Every time that I try to sound like a heavy, and you know, you give me a flying V with a GCM 100 Mark stack, and I sound like a guy playing a Telecaster to a Fender Champ. So I got Luca to play and the stuff that you have to hear that these pedals can do, okay? For now, I'll just start with one of my Zaganines is tuned in Open D. He has Mad Professor pickups. I love them. You know, he did some stuff on these things that is surreal. And we'll explain about it later. But, you know, I'll just go with... Can you help me out with that? Because, just plug the The blue one and the EP, just so I can get up to the button. This and the EP boost. The EP boost. Okay. So I don't have volume in here. I need a little bit more volume on the delay. It's the left, on the one on the left. Okay, a little less. Okay. So this is pretty much my clean sound. Okay. So there's no sustain, there's no drive, this is just the amp. A very low volume is a 20 watts amp, 6V6, 112. This is the type of valves from the old Deluxes. It just sounds a little bigger, tighter, you know. And it blends great with single pickup, guitars with single pickups, you know. I guess that this. And then I would do something that that's how I met them. That's how I found out about it. They sent me this. I was a tube screamer guy. I had one Fender amp and a tube screamer, and I couldn't care less, you know, about anything else. Nothing worked for me. And then I try this, and it sounds like a. I turn it down. It sounds great. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I tried, you know, and I felt madly in love with this. But, you know, I was listening to Robbie the other day, and we both love Lowell George. He's a huge influence on me, especially. And so you want that Lowell George or Bonnie Raitt sound, and I had a compressor. You know. And so with that in mind, he has something else that is a sustain pedal. That is that tone with this. So that was my main idea. That's all I needed. You know, I play a Telly with two humbuckers. And just recently I said, well, I might need some extra overtones for this. And they sent me this pedal here. I'm attacking with the same strength, you know. You bring it down. They clean nice. It's like a few dBs. And the last one is kind of the newest item on their list. They used to have a pedal called a cymbal that was based on Robin's guitar tone from the album Talk to Your Door, on Robin's Dumbo. So they worked this out, and this pedal got back to the factory 9 days ago. So they sent one for me, one for Robin, and I want you guys to try this later on, you know. It's a different beast. I'm a firm believer that the bass pedal is your volume in your guitar and your hands. You know, you find the dynamics, but they just, in a sense that it's kind of overwhelming, they deliver this. The overtone is the key for slide, because when you're playing this, if I put my hand here, it's gone. But you still hear the harmonics. If I take it out, I get all the other side of the neck. You know, like, what I do when I play and I have something like that will project this, I will get this. Now listen. I have this airness on the back. So then I'm adding harmonics, and I close. Not everything does that. So I'm calling Luca just to get the other guitar, get the telly, Luca, and please plug in and I'll demonstrate, I'll talk about it. Yeah. Just give them the same sounds that I gave you with the overdrives. Yeah. How do I get this off? No, I think that you have to plug it in. Yeah, through my share. So we go back to the drives. So play the clean. Yeah, just 3 minutes. Just like go through just get both pickups together. So it's just a very Telecaster type of sound. Amp and pedals, you know, and delay and the reverb. So I'll do the same pattern. Compressor. Compressor. I had the sustain on it. Keep on playing the same idea. I'll go to the Sweet Honey drive. Just bring down the dynamics. Bring the volume down a little bit, so we will how clean it's going to sound. A little lower. You get pretty much a clean guitar sound without touching the pedal. You can back it up, play all the fills and everything. Now, if he has to go to the lead, just bring it up. See? Now, the same thing with the Royal Blue. Down. Lead time. Front pickup. Treble. Treble pickup. Volume down. Just play a rhythm part with this tune. Just this one. That's it, you know. And just the last one, the cymbal. Same thing. Both pickups, both pickups. Lead tone. Lead. That's pretty much this. You're welcome to try them all. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Again, feel free to mingle for a little bit. We're just going to get Wilson Cooper set up, and he's going to blow your socks off.
Okay, good.
Oh, shit, sorry. No, sorry. How you doing? It's my beard that was like that, right? Anyway, I need to say. I forgot. I'm just going to make a PI. I was a wee bit. It's a bit sugarly.
The crankies in. 2, 1, 2, shoot. Yeah. want to, hello everybody. I'm not going to do a whole lot of speaking. Okay, so I'm going to do some, once they plug me in, I'm going to do some solo acoustic music for you. Some arrangements I've done myself. And then later on tonight, my rock trio, Wilson Cooper and the MBs, we're going to be opening the show with all our own original music. Thank you. I'd like to say what a pleasure it is to be in such a beautiful part of the world. I'd like to welcome all the people who are visiting here. Welcome. I got my mojo working, but it just won't work on you. I got my mojo working, but it just won't work on you. I'm gonna love you so bad till I don't know what to do. And I'm going down to Louisiana, gonna find me a mojo hand. I'm going down to Louisiana, gonna find me a mojo hand. I have all you pretty girls obeying my command. And I got my mojo working. 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 My mojo working, but it just won't work on you. I'll go to work now. And I got a gypsy woman, she's giving me advice. I got a gypsy woman, she's giving me advice. I got a whole lot of tricks that I'm keeping around here all night. And I got my mojo working. I got my working. I got my mojo working. I got my working. I got my mojo working, but it just won't work on you. Yeah, all right, thank you. Shall I tell you about my life? They say I'm a man of the world. I have flown across every tide, and I've seen lots of pretty girls. Now I've got everything that I need. What more could I want? Now there's no one I'd rather be. And I just wish that I'd never been born. And I need a good woman just to make me feel like a good man should. Don't you say I'm a good man, although I would be if I could. I could tell you about my life and keep you amused, I'm sure. All about all the times that I've cried and how I don't want to be sad no more. I once had a girl, what should I say? She once with me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit in your way. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a shade. I sat in her room, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She said that she worked in the morning and started so loud. I said I didn't, and I crawled off to sleep in the back. Then I woke, I was alone, a spirit flow. So I lit a fire, isn't it you, Norwegian world? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I'll do one more then. I see a red door and I want to paint it black. I know colors anymore, I want them to turn black. And I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. Then I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I see a line of cars and they're all painted black. With flowers and my love who's never to turn back. And I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Just like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black. And maybe if I fade away and I try to face the facts, it ain't easy facing up when your whole world is black. I wanna see you painted black, black as night. I wanna see the sun riding down from the sky. I wanna paint it black, black as night. I wanna see the sun. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll see y'all tonight. Thank you. Peace out.
How good was that, guys? Right, we're going to get Matt up now. We're going to show off some of these beautiful pickups. Andre's going to be demonstrating some sounds. Feel free to mingle in the meantime.
Do you need overdrive tones? Would be okay.
Did you move this here?
I moved that, yeah.
Yeah, that's with some else. What are you playing mostly? You're playing the tel?
I'm playing pedal, yeah.
The single coil tel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our broadcast set.
Yeah, I'm doing a little, I think I'm gonna loop some shit. It's happening.
Do we need for that?
One of those accents. So you're not based in that, right?
No, we're in Chester. But I come from Connecticut. I come from New York originally. I lived over here like 25 years.
Nice.
Here I am. Okay, we got two.
So should I just go through the lane then myself? Or
No. I'll just leave it there and put a guitar here.
Yeah, the other side.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. This is day 5. This is day 5. You will see me. I will call you Monday, Tuesday morning after my girlfriend. Yeah. Yes. No, just make them. If we need it, no, just make it. If we need it, we just keep. No, I don't think we need it.
Is that on?
Waiting for Andres. Let me know when you should. You good?
You guys have to introduce yourselves in the match.
Yeah, I'll introduce you. Andre, give me some guitar. Give me some guitar.
Make sure you get the standby.
Yeah, no, it's off standby. Did I plug it wrong?
Yes.
Did I do that again?
Oh, that's, yeah.
Maybe we gotta swap the cables.
No, this is
I don't understand why it's not working.
just look, give me the cable. Just give me. I put this. Making noise.
Okay, so that's right.
This one is probably not in.
House of Tone, yeah? All right, guys. Next up, we have House of Tone pickups. Andre's gonna play something. I'm gonna play something to demonstrate these beautiful pickups.
Hello. My name's Matt with House of Tone Pickups. We're pickup manufacturers based down in Chester. So we specialize only in electric guitar, bass pickups, and wiring harnesses, loaded pick guards, things like that. Originally, my background is about 25 years ago. I came over from the States. And I did originally apprentice as an acoustic guitar maker and a violin maker, and then went into repair, restoration work on vintage instruments for many years. And about 10 years ago, myself, with the help of Luke here and a couple other guys, we launched House of Tone Pickups. And over the last few years, it's grown nicely to where we no longer take on repair work other than the pickup repairs. And we just specialize in the winding. Everything we do is handmade in Chester, right down to, cutting magnets, charging the magnets. A lot of the metal work is done in-house. We hand wind all our pickups except for certain vintage models that were always machine wound. That includes things like the original Gibson PAF pickups, pretty much everything Gibson made, actually, and most Gretsch stuff. And so what we specialize in is mostly vintage reproduction, but we also have a lot of models of our own design that we have a couple of patents pending on. We have some proprietary models over the years, and we've been lucky enough to win a number of industry awards with some of the magazines over the last 10 years. And it's great when you design something yourself and it gets recognized that way. But as a lot of us know, I think, though, is in this market, vintage is king. And so the vintage reproduction is a large part of what we do. But what I like to do is meld some of the different ideas, modern tastes with some of the vintage sounds, do a lot of custom stuff. So when it comes to both the aesthetics and the tone, we really do an awful lot working with the customers and the different guitar companies that we build for to design really custom tones. And that's where I think the most fun is for us is to figure out how to get the sound that sometimes people have in their heads and get it out into the guitar. And not everybody has the same technical language, and so we got to work with people to be able to get that to happen. And that's something we do a lot of. it's probably more custom work than it is off the shelf stuff, and that's what we enjoy the most. So what I'll do, that's just basic background of what we're doing, and but we've got here, so Andre and Luca are both playing some of these Zaganine guitars that Andre is got many of, and of course he's got his Mad Professor, and they're fantastic guitars. But luckily Andre is one of our top endorsees, and every guitar he owns now has got House of Tone in them. So anything you've been hearing him play has been House of Tone pickups, including that red Strat, that awesome red Strat you had before. That was a loaded guard we made with some very custom Strat pickups. Anybody got any questions about stuff like that afterwards, come see me at the stand. We can always have a chat about all these different options. You can actually get a chance to play some of these and try them out here on this Mad Professor amp as well. So just quick run through of the ones that you might not know. So this this telly here, you did hear a little while ago when Andre was doing the Mad Professor stuff. This is our broadcaster set, which Luca was really making cook before. That sounded really nice. So yeah, we'll run through really quick the so basic tones, starting on the front on the neck pickup. And there he is, making it look easy. And then if we go to the middle setting, you got both pickups on together. My favorite telly sound. Very nice, very nice. And then on to the bridge, to the quintessential telly twang, the early sort of Esquire, early broadcaster, no-caster tones. Oh yeah. Round of applause for that. That was very nice. So yeah, these are as I say, we do a number of different sort of off the shelf telly recipes, but the broadcaster specifically is made just like the originals. We use the same size base plates made out of the zinc plated steel that was used on the bridge pickups on these early models. Same with the early Esquires, and also the big key difference is it's Alnico 3 magnets. And it's a thinner wire gauge on them. And they're wound real hot, but they got a real weak magnet, which is very different compared to what we think of now as the Teletone, which came sort of post 1953. And so, again, you know, when it comes to these vintage reproductions, we go, you know, the full steps to get as many, you know, aspects, you know, as possible, exactly as they were done all that time ago. So, yeah, cheers for that. Thank you. And now, so Andre's got another telly of his. This one is our True Paths. So the True Paths are our take on the original Gibson PAFs. The thing with this is, as everybody here who's a real guitar nerd knows, PAFs are highly sought after pickups, highly sought after the guitars that came with these originally. And every pickup maker and their brother does a version of them, okay? And of course, we're going to say ours are fantastic. They're one of the best. What makes a big difference, and there are many great PAF replicas out there, but what makes a big difference is materials. And again, with going into the real geeky, nerdy, you know, nitty gritty of the details, is right down to things like the type of carbon content in the steel parts. So back in the 50s, they were using a lot lower carbon content than most of the modern steel, especially the parts that you find nowadays in modern humbuckers. So again, we sourced you know, the lower carbon, the 1010 steel, the 1012 steel, and that makes a big difference. And then, of course, again, anybody who's ever geeked out about pickups will know that the long, rough cast Alnico magnets, degoused a bit, all this stuff. It makes a huge difference to getting that tone right. And also, over the years, I've just been very, very lucky to have heard and played and worked on many, many different guitars with PAFs, original PAFs, the rewinds on original PAFs. So that's really helped to be able to develop our take on it. And so here we go with, we'll go neck pickup, true PAF. So this is an Alnico 5 neck pickup. Smooth and creamy, as it should be. Smooth and creamy. That's how you want your necks. And then we go, so now we'll go to the 2 on together, bridge and neck, and in phase. Because Andre did ask me to wire this guitar up with a phase switch, so we got that Peter Green sound afterwards as well. But this first go will be in phase, both pickups. Fantastic, thank you. And now quickly show the out of phase tone. So this gives you that Peter Green kind of feel for the original Greenie. Thank you very much. And then last but not least on that one, you got the bridge pickup, and this is Alnico 2. We normally like to mix the sets that way for our true PAFs. We can change them all on request, no problem, but normally we like to have a 2 in the bridge and a 5 in the neck to get the best balance of not too muddy neck and a not too ice picky, biting kind of bridge tone. Thank you very much, Andre. Right, so I'll finish up by saying, come see us over here at the stand if you've got any questions. You want to talk pickups, you want to geek out about all these details. We have some pickups here that are for sale today. We're doing some special prices for the show price. And also anything that we don't have with us or any kind of custom orders, if anybody wants to make an order today, we still honor the show price. And then all these guitars are available to try out with the Mad Professor stuff alongside it. And any questions at all, come see me or Luke as well. And a big round of applause for these guys here for laying down a little bit of tone. And of course, Luke for helping out at the stand there. So yeah, thanks very much.
What's your name? Your name? Oh, Matt. Matt. Right, that was Matt from House of Tone Pickups. Give it up again. Next up, we have Jacopo Lazzaretti, which is going to play some lovely acoustic guitar. You want to go use it for that? That one? Are you setting up your stuff? Yeah, just need to.
serve una mano e se io devo giusto mettere.
Okay, give it up for Jacopo Lazzaretti.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacopo Lazzaretti, and I'm going to play for you Kuyum Baba by Carlo Domeniconi. Enjoy.
Give it up for Jacopo Lazzaretti. Yeah. Next up, we have Shush Custom. My good friend Peter is gonna show you a homemade pickup. Thank you, man. Any cables in my life. Oh no, I don't know. Shut up.
No, seriously, I'm seriously. No, look at no, seriously.
How are you gonna showcase the guitar?
I don't even know it's working. I was just.
We'll see.
I was soldering this today without checking. I have no amp. As is, that's it. That's it. It's not working. I told you.
Do you want to say some words?
What?
Say
Yeah,
some
I
words.
want to
Introduce yourself.
Wait. Tell me, is working? Doesn't matter, really, Luca.
It's your time. Speak.
I know, but I don't want to show pickups. That's the point. No. No, really.
So what?
I want to talk.
Huh?
I want to speak.
Speak. Go for it. Let's hear.
It's not sure.
Oh. Where's Caroline? Caroline.
You just have a vision.
So you talk about the tools and then I do the speech. No, I should.
Luca, don't be worried.
Just like big. I need to go. I need to go rehearse.
Don't be worried, Luca.
Andre.
Just go. No, please. No.
So
That's fine. Nothing. That's fine.
No, it's fine. Next up, we have Strat Guitars. Strat Guitars, you can make your way to this stage. Sorry, a little mistake. Shush Custom is gonna say some words to you.
Hello? What? Okay. Is camera? Is everything camera? Okay, so looks like it's my time. My name is Peter, and I'm from Poland. Thank you, Luca. And Luca is my friend. He's on the screen. I'm taller than that. Yeah. So, hello, everybody, and my God bless you. Jesus bless you all. We need peace and love in this crazy time. We know everything what's going on around. I'm here today not to show pickups, because we have lots of beautiful pickups. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have lots of good guitars. It's another problem around the world now. I make research last 2 years, and it looks like we have big problems. Anybody is a parent here? Anybody is musician? Okay, yeah. So we know what's going on. Years ago, the big problem for people who want to play music was no access to good instruments. As we see, we have lots of good stuff today. This was problem, no money for instruments, no place, no teachers. Now we have everything, but we have different problem, what I found, and I created something. Actually, stop scrolling. Start practice. Stop scrolling. Start practice. Is this true? Yeah. So that's a point. I have kids. Probably somebody have kids or somebody will have kids. That's a solution. So I designed one tab. It have touch screen. It's a concrete. Yep. And here we have message. Stop scrolling. Start practice. Yes. Exactly. That's my problem also. You can touch it. You can scroll it. Doesn't matter. That's a problem today, guys. We have everything, but our children don't play the guitars. That's a main problem. One more time, I'm Peter. My wife called me Shush, so I'm Shush Custom. Yeah. And God bless you one more time, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. I am Zaphod Evilbrox. Does the man professor do crunch? Can you help me? Sorry. Derek. Check it out. You better tell me about guitars. Yeah, I'll do something about So probably the best thing is you tell them about the specifications and then I'll demonstrate the tones. Perfect, that's actually perfect.
I'll just go ahead and use this. Cheers from this. Okay, hi there. We had a wee audio-visual thing there, but it's we're not compatible. So I'm just going to wing it, and Rob's very kindly agreed to demonstrate one of our guitars here, which is it's a walnut top. Right. Let me just say first of all, I'm based up in Applecross. I don't know if some of you have probably been up there, up in Wester Ross. Yeah, great pub. Yeah, so a lot of people have gone there for the great food, and so also windy sometimes. Some lovely old trees. There was a big storm in 2005 and took down quite a bit of wood that looked to be destined for the fire. So that kind of got me going on some ideas for the future, making guitars from locally sourced wood, which I've been able to do. Some lovely sycamore, maple, ash, walnut, and various other types, alder, some spalted alder. So in limited quantities, but I've brought 5 guitars along today for you to see. This particular one here is, as I said, a walnut top, an ash back with a maple binding. Yeah, it looks lovely with it. And some pickups, P94 neck pickup from House of Tone, paired with a PAF, string through the body. and nestling into. Yeah, and it's beautiful. So,
Would you like to hear it? I haven't got a fucking clue how this thing sounds, but it looks very nice. I also want to say that it's really cool the way they've hidden this truss adjustment under a teeny wee little wooden bit here. I think that's beautiful. So let's see how this guitar sounds. Do we have time to grab one more of them, or are we out of time? I don't know how long we get given. Grab one more guitar. Thank you very much, sir. It's not often I'm grabbed to demonstrate a random brand, but I'm glad that these were harvested by the wind, cleft in twain and hewn into living, breathing things, and now I am eventually playing them. This was probably destiny. I can feel the freedom in this guitar.
see about that one? Just before Rob gives us a demonstration of this one. So this again, they all feature quarter stone sycamore maple. Neck is standard, and this one has an ash body. And again, house of tone pickups. We have a Texas T with where's and a Strat. I think it's a 60 Strat pickup on the neck. So it's a Telly pickup and a Strat pickup.
What's the name of your brand?
It's Strat.
S-T-R-A-D.
S-R-A-D. Yeah. So it is a Gaelic word meaning spark. As a spark of yeah, a spark of inspiration. So I'll take it away, Rob.
I really like the carving on the back of this body. It's got a beautiful forgiving the fat person vibe, which evidently I need. Thank you very much for letting me play your guitars. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Trad.
Thanks, man. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's very helpful indeed. Thank you for that.
That's nice. Your Sammy Holland.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the screen back here. It's not our laptop, it's not my laptop, and so if we can resolve it, we will. If not, enjoy our beautiful logo for the time being.
Good afternoon. Well, that's loud. How are we? Have we had a nice afternoon? If I got up this morning and somebody said to me, you're going to have to follow Rob Chapman, I probably wouldn't have bothered coming up. Because Rob Chapman's a YouTube legend. It's Rob Chapman, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no other legends in it. It's only just Rob Chapman. My name's David King. I did send a really nice photograph, and it was a really, really good one, but you just need to imagine it's up there. It's me, black and white, really concentrating. It looked really cool. Anyway, I'm going to play a couple of songs of my own for some reason. First one's from my first album, Let You Care. It's called Strangely Familiar. Thank you. Thanks very much. Time for one more. This is a beautiful song by, well, I don't know who wrote it. Bonnie Raitt did it, and George Michael did it spectacularly well. And I'm going to try and play it on the guitar. This is called Ace of Spades. No, it's not. It's not. It's called this. Cheers. Thank you. Have a great night.
Congratulations.
play the best music.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind.
By far. It was beautiful. And I love Bonnie Raitt. This one? Yeah. Whoever's going to be using this. We just leave this one. Just leave this one here. And then let's get your. Okay. Yeah, one is yours? No, that's not what. Oh, that's my belt. Yeah. That's not your beat, right? Not my lead. I think that's his. Oh, okay.
And that's your. Oh, yeah.
You got not a dumble. So you have to make it. Very difficult for us to pick up the sound of this. So you can dig in a little more as well, try to raise the level, but it will be very soft. Like a
Hello, everyone. My name is Rosie Haydenrich, and I've been stood over there for the afternoon. And those that have spoken to me will know that I am probably the black sheep of the group here. I'm the acoustic maker rather than going to the dark side of the electrics. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here. Kind of winging it at the moment. I went a step too far and prepared an actual presentation for this, which was, in hindsight, probably a bit ridiculous. But the AV is not working, so now I'm kind of just ad hocing it. I found a player to demonstrate the instrument for me, but I have been forewarned that because of my haste with that the miking of it may not be ideal. So all in all, a good start, but there we go. So yeah, I am a luthier and I'm the founder of Turnstone Guitar Company. We have been in business for 10 years, which is a nice milestone for us. And I was going to share just a little bit about me, my journey into luthiery, and about my instruments. So I started building guitars in 2010. I was doing an evening course at the London Metropolitan University. And from there, I really got the bug. It just kind of was something that really just at the time, I wanted to drive myself. I wanted to get better. And it's something that I'd never experienced before. So that delved me into wanting to learn the craft in any way possible I could. So I went and worked on Denmark Street on the weekends, and then also got a 2-year internship with a London-based luthier. Setting up Turnstone Guitar Company in 2015, I started part-time, and there was plenty of blood, sweat, and tears along the way. And I went full-time in 2017, so I have been full-time at Turnstone since then. The company has grown since then. My husband joined me. We have an employee now, so things are going from strength to strength. And we're currently building our 100th guitar, and we have, thankfully, we have guitars all over the world playing beautiful, beautiful music. So part of my presentation was to explain what makes our guitars different, and the pictures would have really been ideal for this. But we have unique bracing structures that we use to build our guitars. We have an X-brace back bracing. Again, without the picture, it's not so ideal, but suffice to say, what we're trying to do is build unique acoustic guitars that have a Turnstone voice, have a modern voice. We're not trying to replicate the vintage sound. We're not trying to replicate Martin's. We're trying to have a British sound and, most importantly, a Turnstone sound. So the instrument that I brought along today is actually a very special one for us. It's one that we built for the acoustic guitarist Martin Simpson. It's actually our second guitar that we built for him, and I'm going to be giving it to him tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. Just to go through a little bit of the specs, as I say, Jacopo has been so gracious in demoing it for me. But yeah, this is an instrument that needs a lot of bite. If anybody knows the way that Martin plays, he plays with a lot of attack, plays very close to the bridge with all the picks. So he needs an instrument that's going to respond to heavy attack, and that's what we are trying to do. I've used also a lot of sustainable woods. I like using English wood, but I also like promoting different alternative woods as to prove that you can make great guitars out of alternative woods. So the woods on this are Adirondack spruce, which has a lot of headroom. It can take the attack that Martin's going to need. The back and sides woods are Catalox, which is a Mexican ebony. It's also FSC, which means it's sustainable, which is awesome. The neck is actually an English wood, and as I say, I really love using English woods. And this is, yeah, like a maple neck, so it imparts a nice brightness to the overall tone, and again, for the way that Martin plays, it's perfect. So yeah, without further ado, I will introduce Jacopo and hope that this works. Thank you so much. If you want to come and talk to me, find out a little bit more about the custom options that we do, about the guitars that we build, please feel free to come over. Thank you so much, and thank you to Jacopo. Thank you.
No, you're right. You're going to have jobs to do, mate. If that's the case. During the stream with you. He's off the beat. Vegas is it's probably going to be is there any chance you're going to see a show this year? I've seen that. I was actually going to ask you to see if what's that tell you? Yeah, I said to go up there, I was like, teach with me. Yeah, music up, he was like, well, everyone has to go. I was like, I seen that one wasn't that good then. Yeah, it's worth getting. Yeah, but like, I was just like cheap. You would. It was one of the first ones just to say that, but you might just be in the right time.
Hey, what are you doing? Yeah. So basically, so yeah, yeah. So you don't like back here. We don't like.
You got it?
Thank you.
Shall I do the spiel about Valiant first? Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Perfect. If you, do you want me to, yeah. Okay, I'll let's just, I want to use the rod. Just leave it toe down like that, this straight through bypass. So suppose do you want to be in the? Well, you can stamp on the pedals, can't you? Yeah. Tell me which ones to go for, and I'll do it. So, if you want a nasty. that was interesting. My volume. Oh, it's working now. Go for it. Okay, like that, mate. Not ruining the camera shot. Is that in focus if I hold it about there? Or do you want it down? There. Ready to go? I'll do a bit of talking. Okay, so I think we're ready whenever you guys are ready. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce myself, talk about Flatley. Dave's going to do some riffs, and then he'll do the Valiant guitars part of it using Valiant guitars and Flatley pedals. Is that all right? Okay. Sorry? Closer. 1, 2. Okay. Is that okay for you? All right. Nice. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Paul Flatley from Flatley Guitars, and we're a UK-based company, family-run business, and everything we do is manufactured in the UK. So we make guitar and bass pedals, and it's all analog, which we quite enjoy. And we make a wide range. We've got fuzzes, we have overdrives, boosts, all different types of modulation, and we do wahs too. So I've got Dave here from Valiant Guitars, who's kindly offered to play guitar instead of me, so because you really don't want that. And just to give you an example of what Flatley do, we have a silver range and a platinum range of pedals, and it's predominantly to do with the artwork. So here I've got our oil slick wah. So this wah is unique in terms of the graphics come out different every single time. It's done by hydro dipping. It's a twin resonant filter style wah pedal. It has a light plate in it, which is at the bottom there. So when the wah is engaged, the light plate's on, and if you leave the treadle toe down like this, then the wah is on, but the wah function is off. So it's straight through bypass on guitar. So you don't have to do the conventional click on, click off. So it's a little bit different. The light plate gives you horizontal light. So if you're working on dark stages, it'll give you light in this type of plane. So it gives you situational awareness, which is a really good feature. All Flatley pedals come with halo lights. So again, it's diffuse lights that don't blind you when you're on stage and you look down and get the black spots in front of your eyes from the LEDs. And also our products come standard with foot toppers, so you've got more real estate to hit when you're doing fast foot changes and stuff like that. So we'll hand over to Dave, and we'll just run through a couple of different pedals. We'll probably select some fuzzes, some overdrive, and some modulation in different combinations, get some different tones. But, you know, we make quite a lot of different types. So if we go through all of them, we'll be here all day. So, okay. So, Dave, should we take some overdrive or fuzz first? So, okay. Yep. No, so that one. So. Okay, so that was the Revolution overdrive. It's a dynamic overdrive, 3 overdrives in one, and if you push it, it gives. If you back off, it relaxes, and if you roll the volume down, it cleans up a little bit. So next we'll try the DG Fuzz. So this is a Gilmour-inspired pedal. It does his 60s, it does his 70s style muff, and it does everywhere above and in between. So it's quite a nice pedal because it has a buffer in it. So it does things that stops wires making funny noises and all that sort of jazz, so you can put it in a good order with the rest of your pedals. So here we go. Lovely. So what do you fancy next, mate? Yep, okay, so the war's on. So we'll try the wah next, and we'll just do it on the clean sound so you can hear how the wah works. Next one. Yep. So we'll just try some modulation, and then you can do your bit. So how about Univibe? Then when you play, you push some dirt into it. So essentially, you do that. So this is a combination of the Crazy Diamond Univibe with the Nirvana analog delay. Now we've just added the Revolution Overdrive into it to push the Univibe a little bit. And then finally, this is the Valkyrie, which is a vintage chorus, and it's on with a little bit of delay too. Now we've just added a little bit of clean boost to it. Okay, so that was a little toaster of some of Flatley guitar pedals, and we're here for a little while longer, so please come along and check them out, try them out, and thank you for listening. Thanks, Dave. Thank you. I'll just stand on the side while you do your part.
Right. Hello, my name's Dave, and I'm from Valiant Guitars. I'm the representative of Valiant, I should say, and they're a Ukrainian company. Based just outside of Kiev. A bit of history about the company. As you imagine, Ukraine's not a good place at the moment and hasn't been for the last 4 years. They actually started the Valiant company literally as the war broke out in 2022. They were based in Donetsk originally, but obviously with the heavy bombing and everything that happened, they moved to Kyiv, just outside of Kyiv. And ironically, the factory was bombed near Kyiv. Fortunately, nobody was injured, but the machinery and everything was broken at the time. They've basically got themselves back together, started making guitars. The story behind how they get them back to England is quite phenomenal. But I'll just go through a few unique things about the guitars, which has made them get their USPs, if you wish, which I don't think any other guitars on the planet have touched these things yet. But I'll just go through them. And certainly they haven't encompassed them all in one guitar, which is the great thing about Valiant. This is our take. This is the Titan, which is a new model. It's a take on a Super Telecaster. But it's, we've basically got the humbucker. Well, it's two single coils, which together, obviously in series, you've got a three-way switch here, gives you the humbucker tone. So if you imagine that they crack out about 12K when they're together and all on. In the single coil position, it takes you down to the single coil, which is basically back to the Tele standard. So you get a very Tele-esque sound, which I'll go through in a bit for you. And then in the other position, it takes you down even further. In parallel, it takes you down to 3K, so you get a lot of tonal variations in the pickups themselves. Then you've got obviously the single coil and the thing. Few things which are very, very different with our guitars. The truss rod adjuster in every one of our guitars is in the neck. So it means it's instantly accessible and doesn't weaken by taking a 1/4 inch out of the top of the neck as well. But it's so easy to adjust. You can literally do it while you're playing, which is fantastic. The other thing is the bell bronze saddles here with a quick release string mechanism. So basically the strings literally go in the end of literally just tuck under there. So it minimizes the length of the string, which helps improve the stability and the intonation and the tuning. All our guitars have lock-in tuners, whether they are Floyd Rose, fitted, whatever. We all have lock-in tuners to aid the simplicity of changing the strings. Also here, this is another very unique factor to all our guitars. We have a bell bronze nut at the top of the guitar with 6 individual screws, which can be adjusted up or down with a 90 degree turn to adjust the height. So it means you never have to replace the nut. You don't have to worry about changing the gauge of your strings. And also if you play slide guitar, you can raise all the strings independently or all together to make it into obviously a lap steel guitar sort of thing. I'll go through a few tones with you. Because these are boutique handmade guitars as well, you can literally choose every option that you want on the guitar. From the profile of the neck, whether it be modern C, fat C or D, whatever. Also, the radius of the neck can also be chosen. So you can have from a 10-inch radius up to a 16 radius and compound radius as well. All at your choice. You can have nickel frets, you can have stainless steel frets. All these things come at no extra charge. It's all included in the price of the guitar. Left-handed, right-handed, whatever you want. The only thing that you pay extra for are certain finishes, whether they're flame maple tops or in some cases where you have ebony fingerboards, things that cost a little bit. But it's literally £100 maximum, which costs you in the build of the guitar. So I'll just give you a few tones clean. This is the bridge pickup, the neck pickup, which we've got here. I'll just put a bit of overdrive on so you can hear it, but it's a boost. And with just a twist of the volume, you can check it out clean. Right, go down to the middle position. Now we're going to the bridge position. This is where it comes to life because you've obviously got the full humbucker at the moment in series. But then we go to the single coil. And this is where the telly comes alive. And then the final position, which is into the parallel, which takes it down even further. But to be honest, I could stand here and play all night. But the best thing you can do with these guitars is have a go yourself, because unless you play them, you don't appreciate the actual, the necks on them feel as though you've had them all your life. They're incredible. The cut of the neck, the finish on the frets, you don't feel anything at all. It's like playing just frictionless guitar. It makes it so good for you. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let somebody else take over. But I want you to come and have a look at these Valiant guitars. They're all for sale, so you're more than welcome to buy them and take them away today. I'll see you guys later. Thanks very much. Thank you. Hey.
In your shop at the edge. This is good. First time. Am I doing something wrong with this amp? I've got it cranked and it's not very loud. Is that? I mean, it's okay, but I've got the input gain. I've got quite a lot of gain. I have wanted to play one of these amps for a long time. I've never.
I don't know too much about it. It's Andre's, but
okay. Just have a look at the dials. See what you've got. It can't work in reverse. I'll try that.
it's only a small tool.
Right, once we got the tone, we'll put it down. How's that, guys? With a bit more treble. But am I going to play this or that?
Okay, I'll do a quick intro on that personally.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Who's from Scotland? Which of the Sassenachs?
My name's David Plews. For the last 10 years, I've been writing Burst Believer books, which I have on sale at the side. I write these with an American collector called Vic DePra. And these are just tremendous guitars. I'm actually a Fender player myself. And you'll see my Fender, which I have down on the side, my 57. But these are the guitars which captured my imagination when I was over in America. And we have two bursts here this afternoon, which Bob Wooten, my good friend here, is about to demonstrate. And we have our very own English Mr. 335. This is not Larry Carlton, this is Dave Keeling, and his 335s are sitting on the side there, and are some of the best examples in the United Kingdom. Absolutely fabulous guitars. So thank you all for coming this afternoon, and Bob, I'm going to get Bob to play, which are you playing first, the 58? Right, this is going to be Bob's 58, which the serial number of this guitar is very, very similar to Mark Knopfler's 58. And then he'll go straight over and he'll play this 59, which used to belong to Mick Taylor, and it was used for the overdubs for the Exile on Main Street, and then used on the STP tour in 1972. So we thank Simon White for lending this guitar to us this afternoon. So without more of ado, Bob Wooten.
Can this pick me up or just bring it down? I'll bring it down for you. Super. That'll do. That's great. You running? Okay. Right. Hi guys, really happy to be here. So I'm a British collector called Bob Wooten, and I've got some quite nice 50s Gibsons, Fenders, stuff like that. And I'm here supporting David and Burst Believers this afternoon. I'm playing at the moment my 58 Burst. I'm not a professional guitarist. I'm in it. There are some fabulous guitarists in this hotel right now. So I'm just going to talk about the guitar and just play and noodle a bit so you can hear the sound that these fabulous things make. So this is my 58 on the neck pickup, pretty much full up into a Mad Professor amp with just a little bit of grit on the input. So it's pretty clean. So you can hear it's giving you that kind of bluesy sound. If you pushed it a bit more, it would give you more grit, but you've got all that vocality and the sustain that you expect out of an instrument like this they're famous for, without sounding too much like Spinal Tap. That's what they do. If you put it into the middle position, you get that lovely glinty sound. It's kind of really nice and glinty. I don't use that position much myself, but it's really great and it records beautifully. And then if you put it onto the bridge pickup, you're going to get the kind of the more famous. You know, you're beginning to get breakup. This is pretty clean amp, but you're getting some breakup. So. Now this is a 58. So 58's, in my opinion, and I've played quite a few, the output of a 58 is slightly gentler. So I'm just going to switch to the 59, which is a very famous guitar because it used to belong to Mick Taylor. So let's have a quick switch. This guitar I'm about to pick up, of course, apart from being a beautiful burst from 59, which is probably the best year, it's also super famous because it belonged to Rolling Stone. So it's a piece of work, this guitar. And I hope you'll be able to hear that it's slightly shoutier. Completely unrehearsed this, so let's see. Okay, neck pickup first. It's even in tune, I haven't even tuned it. So while I'm playing it, it feels to me like it's just got a bit more bottom, a bit more fat. And it it is pushing the amp a little harder, so this guitar's just a touch louder. And just get the middle position going. See how that is? Again, it's really gleamy, isn't it? It's quite tasty. And then finally the bridge. Now this bridge is, I might even adjust these pickups. The bridge is a little weaker compared to the neck. But this neck pickup has had work done to it by our friend here from the House of Tone. Did you have to rewind both bobbins or one bobbin? One bobbin, right. And so it sounds fantastic. It's maybe. Yeah, it's got the bite. Anyway, that's enough noodling from me. I just wanted to give you a brief glimpse of these fantastic guitars. David, do you want me to also just play the 335 briefly or the Strat? Yeah, I mean, if you've got the time, otherwise I'll just piss off. Okay, right. Okay. Right, what have we got here? So this is our friend David Keeling's 63, 64. 64. Yeah, go on, show your face. Don't be shy. And so here's Dave Keeling. He's the owner. He's making me do the demos. It's what happens, this turf dispute between amateurs, you see. This is really nice. So this is the same evolution of the 335 as Clapton made famous in Cream.
And it left the Gibson factory 1 week after Clapton's famous one did at the end of May. Just left Kalamazoo in June.
Oh, it's great. Play this all night. So that's what a 64 335 does. Patterned number pickups. Again, slightly hotter, slightly shoutier. Obviously, the fullness coming from the body. But just a quick glimpse of a few nice old Gibsons for you, courtesy of David Plews and Burst Believers.
Would you just play something on the 57 and introduce that? Oh, please. Just before we finish. Sorry to drop this one on me.
I knew I shouldn't have agreed to this. Oh, you are all, by the way, being extremely kind because you're being extremely quiet. Rather over-generous, in my opinion. Okay. Right. Now, this is a guitar that's quite strange to me. Nice neck, really grippy. Okay, middle. Don't normally like the middle position on a Strat. This is really nice. Still got some body. Lovely spring. There you go. 57 Stratocaster. Intact, not messed around, all original pickups, all that.
You can stand to one side.
Bless you.
I've spent most of today telling people about the 57, and the story behind it, it belonged to a master sergeant that was in Saigon in 1975. And when the Vietnamese came into Saigon, they flew everybody off the top of the embassy building. And round the embassy, they had 9 guardhouses. And the chap that owned this guitar, he rescued this flag see that? Hold it on. He rescued this flag and the ceremonial one and the ceremonial gloves, and he wrapped them in the guitar, and they flew off the top of the, not the guitar obviously, but the flags flew off the top of the embassy building and went back to the ship, which was in the Gulf of Saigon. And the Master Sergeant wrapped the flags in this 57. So when I bought this 57, I was fortunate enough to get the flags, and I've kept them ever since. And it's a real piece of history. So that's me. I'm not going to play because after Bob's playing, that's well done, sir. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for coming. Bye.
All right.
That means the same thing, doesn't it? Oh yeah, well, you know my head. It looks gorgeous.
No, I don't want to put it on. You don't want to hear me. Okay, it's not too. Yeah, I've only got 70s. 70s and heavy. 70s, 25, 50. So that's don't know when my customs from 72, 73, maybe super heavy. That'd be heavy as well. That's fantastic.
When I bought this, because of the ding,
Yeah.
because I've been reading all the books, I thought, sure, I bought a nice guitar that I can just about fold.
Yeah.
A bit of a stretch, but and the more I've got to know others, I realised that I bought a much nicer guitar than I thought I bought.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know? And I've also discovered that yeah, 58 tones suits my fingers and price a little better.
Sure.
If I want a shouty guitar, I go to my 60 or 68.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to take that.
It's not a rock.
No, I mean, it's my fit. Right, I'm going to take the SM27. Vintage guitar and recent guitar. Drop it.
What, between the vintage and the
Yeah.
First of all, on the internet, there are all kinds of people in certain they're almost near certainties, they've never touched or over. Apart from that, there is no certainty. All without uncertainty. How long it will be a certainty. These guitars, you don't. You live with it for a few days. This happened to me with it took 3 days. I'm playing. Oh. And you're overwhelmed. Oh. Now. So, guitars like this. Any guitar. It's pretty good. It's not most guitars. Very good. When you pick up this is quite shouty.
Yes. That's all right.